Okay, can I get everyone to cheer for the picture even though it has no sound? Okay, I found a better system. Oh, this is starting off so weird. Sorry, I'm actually feeling tired right now. It's a really strange sensation. And now,
How was the concert? You went to the concert yesterday.
I did, and I stayed for the entire thing.
Yeah, I know.
And I didn't get much sleep. I think the lack of sleep is probably doing something with the tired. Also, I had a lot of sugary sweets and other stuff. I don't know if anyone saw my autograph table. It is the messiest table I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm a little bit ashamed.
Why?
Because I've never seen an autograph table that is so messy. I have crumbs everywhere. I have Sharpie marks everywhere. I have garbage all around it. It's a disaster. Oh yeah, and thank you for all taking cookies. I have so much stroopwafel to go through. I'm gonna get better. And what was the other one? Sabalalas? No. Speculas? Oh yes. Thank you. This feels like a coronation. Oh, don't cut yourself. Watch your fingers. Okay. Ooh. Oh, come on. Does anyone have an angel blade? Okay, never mind. So people actually wore these. They're wooden shoes.
Yeah, for like...
Oh my God.
Are you when you're living in my part of Netherlands? It's Twente, and they're always still walking on them, so...
Why wouldn't, like, is there a purpose to these? Like, why this shape, why so uncomfortable?
What, the first working shoes, so...
Working shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fill it up with straw. Did you guys give me a bag of straw? That's an incomplete gift, let me tell you. They don't allow straw now? Did someone choke on it and became a hazard all of a sudden? I wouldn't be surprised, actually. Okay, do we have another question? Okay, we need a system for this. Where's the mic anyways? Oh, there it is. Bubbles.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, if you could be any supernatural creature in the world, what would you be and why?
If I could be any, I would be Crowley. I mean, if you've ever read the super wiki description of Crowley, it's like, here are all his powers, here are his weaknesses. Like, well, he doesn't really have any weaknesses. He has a mother, right? Yeah, Crowley is... It's weird to say it, but Crowley is almost a perfect being. You know, he's got every single power that you could want and then some, and I don't know, he owns the moon, you know? Crowley, definitely Crowley. It's also weird to think of him as a creature, but Crowley. Crowley's not human. Crowley is Crowley. You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
I promised you a stupid question, so
You did.
Here goes.
All right, let's see. She promised me she'd ask a stupid question. Okay, I'm actually gonna take these off. They're really hurting my ankles. Yeah, well, let's hear it. What's the stupid question?
Well, first, thank you for your hugs. They were quite nice.
And thank you for returning them. They were also quite nice.
Definitely rating the top 3. Right, so during a photo shoot like today, what is the weirdest thing they ever asked you to do? Weirdest position or
I don't know if that qualifies as a stupid question. That's actually a pretty good question. The weirdest thing I've been asked to do in a photo op. Oh, that is... Usually they include props. I can't remember when this was, but right after the scene where I died, a lot of people wanted to reenact my smiting. I just think that was poor timing, but that was a thing, and some people. This one person was dressed as Kevin and wanted me to be Sam. That was kind of nice. But no one has asked me to like bend over and pretend to be dominating me or anything. I think everyone's really good about that, you know? All right, well, fine. Next time you see me in a photo op, ask me to bend over and we'll see where that goes, right? Oh my God, that's gonna, I'm gonna regret saying that probably.
Hello.
Hi.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite memory on set of Supernatural while not filming?
Favorite memory on set of Supernatural while not filming has to do with Mark Sheppard. This was the first day I met him. Let me tell you the story of why I really like Mark. I thought he hated me that first day. I didn't know him, and I didn't really watch that much sci-fi stuff before. So I was just introducing myself like, hey, my name is Osric. What's your name? And Mark does this. He's standing beside his chair, and his name is on it. He just gives me like this really dirty look and points at his chair. I'm like, oh, Mark. I'm like, well, very nice to meet you. And I just kind of went off. And so I thought he hated me because we didn't really say much after that. We did our scene and that was that. And then at San Diego Comic-Con, which is like 10, 20 times bigger than this, there's this one intersection between the convention and all the hotels where there were literally thousands of people crossing all the time. And I was on my own, and I was just gonna cross the street into downtown to grab some food. And I had just shaved off my head for Halo, and so from season 7, Kevin, where I had really long hair, I was next to bald, and the episodes just came out, so no one really knew who I was. And so during Comic-Con that year, I had 4 people recognize me, and Mark Sheppard was one of them. So I was crossing the street, and in the crowd of thousands of people, I get this hand on my shoulder, and it's Mark, and he says, Osric, this just proves you don't all look alike. He's got a knack for one-liners. And he was with Misha and Jim. They were heading back somewhere, I don't know. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I was gonna find some food." He's like, "No, you aren't. Just follow me." And so I followed Mark, and he took me on this weird adventure backstage, and I was like hanging out with all the celebrities and guests there, and it just felt so out of place. People were like giving me things, and I didn't want to touch it, or I felt like I was stealing. It was such a strange feeling, but after that, I don't know. I had a soft spot for Mark after that, because different haircut completely. We only met that one day, and he only said one mean thing to me, and he recognized me in a crowd of thousands of people. So that was definitely probably one of my favorite moments, not filming the show, Mark. And that's why I love Mark so much. I mean, a lot of random things too. Let's do this.
Hi, I was wondering, what Hogwarts house are you in?
What Hogwarts house? Gryffindor, by and large. I know it's an obvious one, but I definitely grew up with hero syndrome. I read the books thinking I was Harry. I have a scar in the middle of my forehead. All those things. Yeah, very much Gryffindor. But the other houses, actually, I shouldn't talk bad about the other houses. Yeah, Slytherin was the evil one, but they got Snape, and Snape is like the best character. Especially there's this video where they cut all the scenes together from Snape chronologically, and it's so sad. I mean, Ravenclaw's pretty cool. If I wasn't in Gryffindor, I'd be in Ravenclaw. Aw, Hufflepuff. I mean, J.K. Rowling's a Hufflepuff. They're loyal. Oh, Hufflepuff. I think Hufflepuff's like everyone's friend, though. I love Harry Potter. I actually, I did a lot of Harry Potter shopping here. All right, Bubbles, what you got?
What was your favorite encounter with a fan or every other person in the world?
Favorite encounter with a fan? You know, every convention, usually you'll come across a couple of people that really you make a strong connection with. Like, the nature of Supernatural and the fandom itself. Again, yesterday, if you're there, I was talking about how a lot of fandoms kind of take a lot of the characteristics of the show. And so Supernatural, a lot of the fandoms, you know, it's really strong family values, and, you know, people are all fighting their own demons in whatever shape or form. And so in this fandom, and I'm sure a lot of you know, like through Tumblr and all that, there's a lot of people that battle with depression and anxiety and all of these, you know, mental illnesses. And every now and then at this convention, you know, I'll meet, like, half the people are way too shy for their own good, right? Incredibly considerate people, super kind, but they just don't know how to step outside their boundaries. And I'm the type of person that just likes to push people. You know, if I have a friend and they tell me that they want to go to that square, but they don't even want to go to this square, I'll be the one that just gives them a shove this way, even if they don't want it. And I'm like, well, now you're a little bit closer, and just go over there. And I'll encourage them to death, and almost to the point where it's kind of painful. I should probably stop. But I'm the type of person that just likes to encourage people to get to the places that they want. And so every now and then at a convention, you'll meet a couple of people that, you know, maybe it's a quiet moment, I get a chance to finally talk to them. You know, and they tell me all these things, and being in a position of influence that I am, you know, it's a very special thing. And I relate it to Spider-Man a lot, you know, like Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility, right? And so when I see that I can just wave or smile at someone and it could change their entire day, you know, to me that feels like a power. And so for me that feels also like a responsibility. And so the things that I say actually can affect someone a lot. And so I use that along with my tendencies to just push people. And if I see someone that's so shy and uncomfortable, I'm like, well, I can see that you want this thing, but you're too afraid to let yourself do it. And sometimes I'll just give them almost every time I'll give them a good nudge in that direction. And at least half the time they get there and they're like, whoa, I didn't know I could be here, and now I am. And you can kind of see the spark in their eye that the whole world just opens up, because this one thing can be applied to so many things. And I don't know, it's just that little moment where you feel like you can actually make a difference, and that is so powerful. And as an actor, one of the things I struggled with at the beginning was why I wanted to do this, because, you know, for most of us, we don't feel like we're contributing to society. We don't feel like we're really doing anything that was that good apart from feeling better about ourselves. You know, it feels like a very selfish career, but in those moments it actually feels like this is something that I can give back, and I have made a difference. So that, I completely forgot what you asked me, but that's my point. So favorite encounter. So I can't say that I have one specific encounter, but I can tell you that every city I've gone to, there's at least 1, 2, maybe even 3 or 4 people that I've really connected with, that usually I'll stay, you know, I'll keep tabs. Even if I don't talk to them, I'll still stalk them. I probably shouldn't admit this, but I stalk a lot of my fans, just to keep tabs on them, you know. And if they're going in the wrong direction, I'll just send them like a message like, hey, I'm watching you do this. and usually they will. And again, it's a powerful thing to watch people change, and, you know, hopefully for the better. This could very, very easily bite me in the ass. But I'm a risk taker, so yeah, I know. I wouldn't tell anyone to do anything I wouldn't be willing to do myself. So yeah, it's definitely one of the best things about this fandom that I truly enjoy. And again, that's why I like interacting with the fans so much. It's for those special moments, right? That's why I like to get to know everyone. That's why I probably stalk at least 20% of you here. So, sorry about that. Okay, next question.